Taylor Swift releases a new album while dodging Blake Lively's legal drama and Stalker. Let's get plugged in. Welcome to Popplug. This narrative is a flurry of drama that seems to have been lifted directly from a blockbuster script. It's not just another celebrity headline. While avoiding court subpoenas, avoiding stalkers, and releasing new music, Taylor Swift is becoming entangled in Blake Lively's legal troubles with Justin Baldoni. As if that weren't enough, she's juggling connections with the Mahomes family, managing her romance with Travis Kelce, and organizing a wedding that everyone is anticipating. But is what ought to be Taylor's greatest period yet in danger of being overshadowed by all this noise? Let's dissect it, since it contains everything from litigation to Gossip Girl nostalgia to stalkers and, yep, a brand new album. Let's start with Taylor herself, since there is always a whirlwind of mayhem right behind the biggest pop artist in the world. A 5-year restraining order against Brian Jason Wagner, a 45-year-old man who has allegedly been stalking Taylor for months, was obtained just days ago, according to court records. According to reports, Wagner often visited Taylor's Los Angeles residence and claimed she was the mother of his child. He even succeeded in changing his driver's license address to her home. That's frightening, not just eerie. Wagner apparently carried a glass bottle that could have been used as a weapon at one time, and Taylor's security team recorded hundreds of unsettling emails and messages from him. The judge did not merely give him a smack on the wrist. Wagner is required to maintain a minimum distance of 100 yards from Taylor, her residence, her automobile, and her place of employment. For the next 5 years, he is also prohibited from possessing any weapons or body armor. This is where it becomes even more terrifying. Wagner has disappeared in spite of the edict. Investigators are unable to locate him. Text communications, personal service attempts, and many stakeout attempts were all unsuccessful. Insiders claim that Taylor is quite worried, particularly since she has been stalked several times in the past and has already taken drastic measures, such as showing up to Arrowhead Stadium behind what is thought to be a bulletproof screen. Pop artists don't typically get that level of protection, but Taylor isn't taking any chances. Honestly, who is to blame? Taylor has had to deal with stalkers for years, who have threatened to break into her house, threatened to use violence, and even posted murderous fantasies online. She acknowledged that she kept army-grade quick-clot bandages on hand in case she was shot or stabbed. Take a moment to consider that. The most influential woman in music, the author of songs about friendship, love, and heartbreak, must constantly live under siege. She continues to record, perform, and grow an empire despite the terrible situation. However, Taylor is drawn into a strange Hollywood legal drama involving Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, while she is attempting to defend herself from actual danger. You heard correctly. Blake Lively, who formerly referred to Taylor as one of her closest friends, is currently embroiled in a legal battle that has unintentionally caught Taylor in the crossfire. This is what happened. A process server was detained earlier this month while trying to deliver deposition documents to Taylor at Travis Kelce's Kansas residence. The man, Justin Lee Fisher, a former police officer, was apprehended in a private area at 2 a.m. for jumping the gate. He was attempting to present court paperwork related to Blake Lively's $400 million countersuit against Justin Baldoni. Because Blake once referred to Taylor and Ryan Reynolds as her dragons, in text conversations, Baldoni's team listed Taylor as someone who might be relevant to the case in those documents. Through her legal team, Taylor made it apparent that she had no interest in participating in this circus, although she takes no role in those disputes. Her attorneys acknowledged in a letter to the court that she might be available for a deposition in late October if necessary. Let's take a moment to consider that Taylor Swift, who is preparing for the release of a new album and getting married to Travis, is suddenly being summoned to appear in court because of Blake Lively's legal troubles. This cannot be made up. Blake, on the other hand, is occupied with taking a trip down memory lane and sharing a throwback dump of Gossip Girl on Instagram in honor of the show's 18th anniversary. She described how Gossip Girl meant everything to her. Her late nights, her schooling, and her college. Yes, it's cute. Alright, nostalgic. Let's face it though, some people think Blake is trying to stay relevant. The cast of Gossip Girl no longer actually communicates with her, since the show finished more than 10 years ago. Additionally, Blake is pulling Taylor into a legal problem unrelated to her future while she attempts to relive her past. The consequences have been severe. According to insiders, Taylor believes Blake is manipulating her, and their bond has practically fallen apart. Taylor, Blake, and Ryan used to be this gorgeous trio, but things have since soured. The fact that Taylor has been depending more on Patrick Mahomes and Brittany, her new best friends, is no accident. In relation to the Mahomes group, Taylor is now essentially an honorary member of the Kansas City Chiefs. After Patrick hurt his ankle during a game against the Buccaneers in November, she was seen consoling Brittany Mahomes. As Patrick hobbled off the field, cameras showed Taylor putting her arm around Brittany, clearly worried. Taylor displayed a different side in that unvarnished and sincere moment. The buddy you want at your side when life gets tough, not the international celebrity or the tabloid headline. It goes beyond gaming too. Taylor attended Patrick's early 30th birthday celebration with Travis, Brittany, and a star-studded guest list that included Kane Brown. Taylor looked great wearing a checkered sweater and skirts set with Gucci heels. For Patty and Travis, the birthday celebration also served as a celebration of their engagement. Kane Brown even posted, "Happy birthday, Pat, and congrats, TT." In case you missed the tiny hint, that's Taylor and Travis. Therefore, Taylor is out there making new friends, supporting her partner, and still managing to concentrate on what really matters, her music. While Blake is drowning in lawsuits and Instagram nostalgia, yes, Taylor Swift is releasing a new album amid all of this upheaval. To be clear, this isn't just another record. This is a pivotal point in her career, an opportunity to further solidify her domination following the success of the Eras Tour and the re-recordings. Insiders have hinted that the album will combine major stadium choruses with unvarnished storytelling, and it is already creating a lot of attention. The timing couldn't be more ideal. Taylor has the attention, the momentum, and the headlines. However, the concern is whether the music will be overshadowed by lawsuits and stalkers. Taylor is currently balancing on that tightrope. You know what makes this whole situation even more bizarre? She's also organizing a wedding during it all, although there are little specifics available. Insiders claim that Taylor and Travis will have an unforgettable wedding in 2025. Just look at the guest list. Gigi Hadid, Ed Sheeran, Selena Gomez, Brittany and Patrick, and perhaps even Beyoncé. Even though everyone will be observing, Taylor seemed committed to maintaining some semblance of routine among the chaos. Nevertheless, it's hard to deny that Taylor feels that her life is being tugged in two different directions. On the one hand, she is the soon-to-be wife, the encouraging girlfriend, and the buddy who attends birthday celebrations and football games. On the other hand, she is a worldwide celebrity who can't leave the house without stalkers hiding in the shadows and lawyers attempting to get her involved in someone else's dispute. Most people would be crushed by the balancing act, but Taylor perseveres. Perhaps that is the true tale behind this. Yes, Taylor Swift is avoiding subpoenas and stalkers. Yes, she is becoming closer to the Mahomes family and severing her relationship with Blake Lively. Yes, she is dealing with drama that would wear anyone out. Ultimately, though, she continues to release music that inspires, connects, and serves as a reminder of the reasons behind her first rise to fame. There will always be noise, but Taylor is an expert at using turmoil as fuel. Therefore, Taylor is subtly reminding us of the one thing that truly matters: the music. While the headlines scream about stalkers and litigation, she's getting married, releasing a new record, and starting a life with Travis Kelce. Everything else is merely background noise on her life's soundtrack. And that's Taylor Swift's power. Not only does she weather the storm, but she uses it to create her next big hit. To stay connected, adhere to Popplug.